Hey, Ash, Jackie Brown.
Hey, everybody, it's Dunlap. Podcast is back. Another week.
Doing it again.
Here it is.
Hope y'all like it.
What is not to like, Jackie? Look at how we hit the ground running.
Well,
Never a moment to spare.
just want folks to, know what they're getting into, and if they're getting into it, they like it.
So this is this is a good time to turn it off if you don't like what you've heard for the past 40 seconds.
Because if you don't like this, and you ain't gonna like none, no.
40 seconds in, it's probably not going to get any better. This is sort of the pace. This is the quality and texture of our voices.
That's what, one time, slow down, relax, that sort of thing. It's this, listen to something like this. Simpler times, simpler attitudes. Just relax, remind you of home, whatever. If you used to live down here in Tennessee and moved away, maybe you listen to it for that reason. I don't know.
Maybe you just keep it on. Maybe you used to live in Tennessee.
Yeah.
And you'd go to bed and you would hear people outside your window talking constantly.
What?
And you can't go to sleep without that in the background, so you just put us on in a loop to help you find that little notch in slumberland that you like to tuck into.
If it helps in any way, I don't care how it helps. If you listen to this helps in some way, good.
That's what we're here for.
That gets me right to my sponsor. In a way, a lot of people said, well, let me tell you who my sponsor is first, and then I'll get into it. I feel awkward talking about this myself, but that's the reason this whole sponsor is doing this for everybody. I know a lot of you look on TV, everybody's seen that thing on old Bruce Jenner. And I ain't got nothing to say about it, good or bad. I ain't going down that road.
That's good.
I ain't going nothing. I ain't gonna say nothing. But
that's great.
But him on there saying, I hope this helps. There's a lot of people that's seeing that, on TV. Everybody's seeing it. And a certain age of people ain't going to understand it. Now, I'm a certain age. I don't understand it, but I don't, need it explained to me. So if you got a young...
Are you sure?
What?
Are you positive?
Positive what?
That you don't need it explained to you.
I don't. It ain't none of my business. I know we put it on TV, but it ain't none of my business. I ain't got, like I said, I ain't got nothing good or bad to say about it. But if, like most people do, most times Diane Sawyer come on, you think get the kids around, going to learn something, and this may not have been the case, and they didn't say, so if your youngin's in there and asking questions, and I know a lot of parents have trouble talking to their children sometimes about sex stuff, whatever, that sort of thing. They don't like this, uncomfortable, and so be it for whatever reason. That's fine. But your child needs to understand what's going on in the world, good or bad. And there's nobody better to educate your child than old Wesley Press. So
what?
Wesley Press.
Wait, you just said there's nobody better to educate your child than Wesley Press?
He's smart. You know how smart he is. You watch a child's grades go from C's and D's straight up to A+ all the time after they've been down there at Wesley Press for ever so long. He turned many a child's life around and put them in a direction of A's, A+, that sort of thing. He's an educator, smart as a whip. You know Wesley Press. You know how smart he is.
Folks, if you listen to our podcast for the first time, Wesley Press lives, if you want to call it that, in an apartment under the courthouse on the Murfreesboro Square.
All right. Yep.
Tiny little apartment.
It ain't. What's the matter with how big it is? It's
Block walls stained yellow by cigarette smoke.
He is smoking outside now. He gives them a problem or puzzle or whatever learning tools he's got, and then he go outside and smoke cigarettes. He quit smoking inside.
Stacks of newspapers, disturbing collages on the walls.
Well, all those, that's how he learns everything, all that. Reads everything. Ain't nothing that man don't read.
Just a disturbing, unusual presence that you don't want to be around if you're an adult, let alone as a child.
Listen, don't run down. If my sponsor, I ain't running down your sponsor. I don't even know what it is. But look, just right now in this country, there's a lot of changes going on. I ain't going to say whether good or bad. And things on the TV, old Bruce Jenner being one of them, I ain't got nothing to say about it good or bad now. Now, where's the press don't either. It ain't about somebody do this, somebody do that. Now, if you want to do that with your child, take them to church or wherever you need to take them to explain that to them. But this is just...
Well, what are they going to say? So, at the church, they'd probably say, you're assuming bad things.
I didn't say that. I don't know what church you go to.
Is it in state?
Well, I don't know who's listening to this. If
That's
you go,
true. That's a good point.
But Wesley Press, if he's, if you go get him to be your child's tutor, he probably live around here.
He will not editorialize, is what you're saying.
Huh?
Let me get this straight. You're saying if you are uncomfortable explaining trans issues to your child.
Yeah. It's new. You just didn't talk about this stuff. This is not stuff you would talk about on TV or anywhere, but now things are different. And that come on, and your child get to asking what's this, or how come he this, or whatever. You take him down to old Wesley Press. He'll straighten them out.
But he will not say whether it's good or bad.
It ain't about that. No, it's just clinic. He got charts and pictures and graphs, those sort of things. Ruler.
I don't
all of
like imagining Wesley Press.
Oh, you don't like imagining nothing.
With a chart of the human body. Because Lord knows what he does with that chart.
Well, Lord knows all children are going to be asking about Bruce Jenner. And if you don't like talking about that sort of thing, you take them on down to West Press too. And also, child, if he needs his grades up, math, anything, history, all of it, anything like that, he does that too. It don't have to be about Bruce Jenner all the time. Don't.
Maybe you should go down there and have Wesley Press explain trans issues to you.
I don't need anybody to explain it to me. I ain't got nothing to say one way or the other.
So he's not going to give you his opinions on trans issues.
He ain't got an opinion. I don't know which way he votes. I don't want to know. It ain't got nothing to do with that. It ain't got nothing to do with good or bad. It's just doctor stuff.
Sort of the history of it. Cultural
stuff. I don't want to talk about, like hormones. I don't want to talk about that stuff. It's hard for me, and there's plenty of people like me that got youngins. Now you take your child down to West Press, talk about hormones all you want, and he'll tell you what it is or what it's about. You come home, Daddy, I know now. And I say, well, good. That's it. I don't like talking about that stuff. I'm not going to say it's good, I'm not going to say it's bad. It's something I don't like talking about. Don't matter if he's a man, woman, anything, sex stuff I don't like talking about.
Well, it's not all about sex. It's just sex. That's all you see is sex. It's always about sex.
I don't know what it's about. It's a man and
Well, then you need to go before you get on here telling parents to send their children down to spend time with the Wesley Press. Maybe you need to sit your ass down in that smoke-filled dungeon.
I quit smoking, but I'll sit outside with him when he smokes. It don't bother me.
And then he can explain to you, why don't you send them to. It just seems odd to send them to Wesley Press.
Why? He's a smart ass. He's probably the smartest man in town. He's smarter than me and you both put together. You know he's so smart. They thought he's a Unabomber.
Right?
They looked at he wasn't, but you know how smart that guy was. Everybody said Unabomber's smart, but for a while they took him in for question. Nobody knew what it was, but he's not. You know, he's nothing like that. No, of course not. But smart, smart as whip.
Now, for the first time listeners, Wesley Press is also having a gross relationship with the much older Dilly Mule Rider.
Does that have to do with anything?
Runs, what is it? Carriage around the square, movies around the square, like where
what
she
is
has.
That? That's a different sponsor. I ain't talking about that.
Well, because he was giving his tutoring lessons on the carriage.
Lessons around the square.
Lessons around the square.
That's something different. Now, if you want to do that, I'm sure he'll talk to you about that.
Well, that was my question. Can you have this talk about trans issues
I don't
with
know
Wesley
about that.
Press?
If he's got pictures and photos and graphs, I don't know if you can have that out in the open around the square. Don't know if you can do that. That might have to be done indoors.
Blue laws.
Yeah. But if you want to learn anything else, it's going to cost a little extra, of course. But if it ain't Bruce Jenner stuff, if you just want to talk about, history, like, whatever.
First half of it might be just him explaining to the kids who Bruce Jenner is.
Well,
that they could do.
That's right.
On the carriage.
That's fine. He run Olympics, all that stuff.
Dilly Mule Rider could even talk about that. Yeah, like he would do. What did he do? Shot put? I really don't know.
He did all the running, all that stuff.
I really don't. Maybe I need to go talk to Wesley Press.
But I mean, he'll have that covered too. Yeah, he'll tell you. He'll give you a whole life story. I'm sure. There ain't nothing he don't know about it. I'll say that right now. So take your youngins if you ain't conflicted, not quite sure, and just uncomfortable like I am. I can't see it. I don't just. It's just not. I don't want to talk about hormones. I don't want to do it.
Well,
It's
maybe,
just
Jackie,
the way I am. It ain't good or bad, whatever.
You're a citizen of 2015, and I think you need to get in on this conversation America is having.
Y'all can have it, and I ain't opposed to anybody having it. I ain't got to listen to it, and I don't have to watch it on TV. But if somebody's confused, don't understand, I'll send them to Wesley Press. I don't need explaining. It ain't my business what he does.
This is funny because it reminds me of the time in high school. I went to high school with Wesley Press, and I remember when he was down on a football field, and I was hanging out with Quincy, who was out and gay, and then there was Tony, who told me he confided in me, mistake, but he was like, I've been having these feelings like I was born a woman. So I was out there with Tony and Quincy, and we saw Wesley Press coming up, and Tony and Quincy were like, let's beat the shit out of him.
Hey.
And I said, all right, hold on, I'll call him over here. And they beat the shit out of Wesley Press for I don't know how long. Because, they got picked on a lot.
That's pitiful.
And it just all come out. And it was like, well, who can we take this out on? And it was just a handful of people.
That's pitiful.
And it was me, probably one of them, but I was driving, so they really couldn't. But then we saw Wesley Press, and I was driving them home, and they were like, "We feel so much better."
Be ashamed of yourselves. Pitiful. Been a heathen all your damn life. I can't remember one time where you weren't doing something awful.
Tony is Tina now.
Well.
She moved to New Orleans.
Yeah.
And it's funny because of Tony and Tina's wedding. The play.
What?
Interactive.
I don't know nothing about trans plays.
It's not a trans play. It's I don't think.
I don't know what it is.
It's awkward. You have to.
Whatever it is, it's fine. It's
There might be a trans character in it. I don't remember. They should update it.
Yeah.
Tony and Tina's big trans wedding.
I don't want to know. It's fine. Have it. That's okay. I don't want.
Well, Jackie, I got a sponsor this week that I think you're going to like. Although I wish you'd spoken to me about your sponsor earlier because it sort of conflicts with mine. Folks, you may remember a few weeks ago we had a great sponsor on here, and Jackie was really in the swing of things with this sponsor too, because we'd gotten a lot of questions from folks saying, Dunlap, Murfreesboro sounds amazing. I can picture it in my mind, the small town square, friends and neighbors helping each other out, putting up a barn, making cheese and butter. I said, you're thinking of the Amish. They said, yes.
But they ain't around here.
And then they're like, oh, well, Mennonites.
Well,
They're
yeah,
Mennonites.
there's some of them, yeah.
Sure. But they said, oh, the small town Andy Griffith show. That's what I picture when I think of Murfreesboro. And I'd say, you know, boys, you ain't too far off. We got the small town square. We got the friends and neighbors helping each other, put up the barns and making the butter and the cheese. And they said, you're thinking of the Amish. And I said, yeah. Why do we keep thinking of Amish people?
Well, back in Andy Griffith days, they didn't have Muslims.
Amish and Muslims, not the same thing.
I didn't say they were.
Why did you bring up Muslims?
Just, Murfreesboro. It's happened here, I'm just, everything was nice.
So, to you, the biggest difference between Murfreesboro and Mayberry is that Mayberry didn't have any Muslims.
They didn't. Well, wasn't good to them or bad to them either way. You not take this the wrong way. It was an issue that they never particularly dealt with.
Why would Muslims pop into your? They also didn't have cell phones.
Well, that's true, didn't they? Oh, everybody. They didn't call on the phone much. They just walk across the street. Most of them all same air. Seemed like.
Can you imagine Barney on Twitter? How much trouble he'd get into?
Oh, I don't even know.
So, yeah, Murfreesboro, Mayberry, it's exactly the same. Dunlap, why ain't you ever talked about the small town barbershop where everybody goes? It's sort of a rite of manhood as boys become men and their fathers take them to the barbershop. And, of course, we're talking about Bobby's Barbershop.
Huh?
Bobby's Barbershop, located right on the square. Just look for the barber pole spinning around. And last week, of course, or whenever we did this, a few months ago, a few years ago, it's all blurring together. How long have we been doing this now, Jackie?
Today.
Yeah, today.
I don't know.
Since like 3 a.m., I think. We've been up all night.
I got some sleep. I wasn't up all night.
Bobby's Barbershop hired Stella Smallwood to come help out because Bobby was getting on up there in age. And he said, I just want to be able to take some time off. So he got Stella Smallwood to come in there. She'd been running her own little beauty shop, but she cut men's hair too. So she come in. Only change was that Bobby said, from now on, we can't talk about sex. We can't have the live sex shows in the back. We can't show porn 24/7.
All right.
We can't talk about how you do it and where you do it and what position you're in.
I never should have began with. I got my hair cut, never saw none of that. I didn't know anything about this or wouldn't have gone there.
Are you sure it was Bobby's Barbershop?
I know Bobby. I guess maybe up in age I thought. I don't know. I didn't see anything. Now, I ain't saying it didn't happen. I just...
So you're saying you saw the porn and you heard the filthy sex talk, but you never saw the live sex show?
No,
or you never participated? Or what are you saying?
That's how I went got my hair cut. That's how it happened. I didn't say nothing like any of that stuff you said.
Doesn't make any sense how you could go into Bobby's Barbershop, which is where all the young men in Murfreesboro learned about sex and saw it demonstrated for them.
Enough.
And now that Stella Smallwood started there, Bobby, of course, proprietor of Bobby's Barbershop and the live sex shows and the constant porn stream.
I don't hear about it anymore.
Is nothing if not a gentleman. And he said, fellas, these are going to be microaggressions against Stella. We need to, let's just calm it down. Well, I'm happy to report, since so many people were asking, Stella did not see, she got in there first day, and everybody, it was kind of awkward, and everybody was minding their P's and Q's, and they were on their best behavior. And she's like, when do I get to suck a cock?
All right, enough. I'm not going to listen to this.
And they're like, hey, you're not our personal prostitute. And she was like, look, I thought they was, I wanted to work here for the constant porn.
All right. I'm not going to listen.
For the sex shows in the back. For the damn hand job. She said,
right, I'm not going to hear
and
it.
I'm bringing my female clientele over here because we're taking what we had going on at Stella Smallwood's with the scissoring and the fingering and the finger banging.
All right, I'm not going to hear it.
And we thought,
Justin, I'll get up and walk out of here. I don't want to sit here and listen to filth.
it's 2015. Why are we, women over here, men over here, we're all doing the same thing, teaching each other about sex, learning about sex.
I don't
having sex with
need
each
to.
other.
No, not everybody.
And Bobby was like, well, I thought this was going to be one thing. Looked like it turned out to be another. So now Bobby and Stella, if you bring your kid in, like, they don't know the birds and the bees. Bobby and Stella happily married to other people, but they will put on one hell of an educational.
Hey, enough. I'm going to report that. That can't happen in it, no.
Section.
No, sir, no.
I mean, they don't let a kid watch them have sex.
That's what
But they will show them pictures with black boxes.
Enough.
It's good to get, if you have a son, it's good to get a female perspective on sex. Because Bobby would always be like, well, what you do is you grab him and you do him like this and over here and you come back.
All right.
And now Stella can say, now, Bobby, you know you don't grab him there. You do this first, and then you get up in there.
I'm going to get up and walk. I'll knock all this mess, whatever it is.
And
I'll knock it over and walk the hell out of here. I ain't going to listen to you smart off and think you funny talking about sex stuff.
You obviously have not been back to Bobby's.
I ain't ever going back there.
He cleans the scissors. He's got a jar of blue stuff. Everything gets clean.
I don't care. Don't go there and get my hair cut no more as soon as I find out about that. I'll get my hair cut wherever I want to, but I ain't going to Bobby's if anything like this going on.
If you're worried about something being on the scissors or the combs, they clean it
Fine.
thoroughly every night. So basically, if you've got your kid has some issues about trans stuff, let Bobby and Stella talk to you about it.
That's awful.
Now again, it's not all about sex. I mean, they'll talk to you about what it's like to go through something like that and the horrors of it, and your own personal truths. And
if people are putting on and this and that in that place, no, sure. If you need to learn about all that awful things. Or not awful, I didn't mean it that way. If you need to learn about, take them down to Wesley Press. That's a teacher. That's somebody that knows what they're talking about. Graphs and charts and stuff. Not look at this or that old way. None of that goes on. You might have some pictures, but it ain't going to be like nothing you see at Bobby's.
So that's Bobby's Barbershop
No.
with Stella Smallwood.
You go
performing nightly.
Don't want to hear about that.
At Bobby's. Or you could take your children down to a dimly lit horror studio apartment.
What?
With one little window that somehow cats piss into.
Hey.
Constantly. Well, you know what? How that got started is, cats smell that. They'll do it all the time. So he had that one window. So me and some of the
this is
high school
recent.
kids we'd get a bottle of cat piss and we just squirt it all down
I know you was off on high school, but if you doing that to him now, I'm going to tell him he'll call police. And I may send the police Bobbies, if they're doing anything around children.
It ain't. They just
Well,
talk to children.
I don't know.
With consent of the parents. They don't have sex in front of them. I made it sound like
enough.
I made it sound like this perfectly legitimate activity was happening in front of children, and for that I apologize. What is happening is there are pictures with the black bars over penises and vaginas.
All right. If there's black bars over it, you ought to put cotton balls in your ears when you say it, too.
Well, they talk about it, and what they do is they go past the curtained-off areas where they have the live sex shows. And they have another
I don't want to hear about no live
curtained-off area with a double curtain for the education room. And that's where you take your kids if you just want to talk about the issues of the day.
Don't want to take your child anywhere around any of that stuff. No, sir. Take it to a legitimate educator. Wesley Press, smart as a whip. Bobby may cut hair good, but all that filth, I wouldn't want my child in it.
Well,
I don't
your
want
child's
within
going to grow up
100 yards of that mess.
not knowing how to have sex. He's going to grow up shamed. Body shame, sex shame.
What?
I want children to be sex positive.
I don't want children to be sex nothing. Listen to yourself. Listen over there.
No, I don't mean like kid, but I want kids to say, when I grow up and have sex, I'm going to be proud.
What?
Not like, oh, I'm ashamed.
You ain't proud of that. You don't go. It's like you.
Well, that's because I didn't have a good Bobby when I was a kid. My daddy would take me in there and he'd talk to Bobby. And then they'd go, can you imagine that fat lump having sex with nothing? Well, guess who is showing everybody now with all my sex?
What? What is wrong with you?
I had a girl in the back of my car the other night, but she sat on the bottle of cat piss before I could get anything going, and that'll ruin the night.
What?
And a car.
Hey, look at there. You see him? Well, open your damn eyes in. It's the old-timey country down-home red state update podcast and them. Coming to you from a bunker underneath Jackie's Market in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. And here they are, both of them.
Hi, Jackie Bro.
Folks, Dunlap here. And we should get right into this, Jackie, because today is another You Ask 'em.
Yeah.
Where we go to our Facebook and our Twitter accounts and we say, folks, do you have something you'd like for us to talk about today? Something in the news, something we've addressed on previous
But not too long. I just talk about it a little bit at a time. I can't sit on here, all these questions. I can't help everybody now.
Is there a time limit for how long we should talk about them that would make you feel more comfortable?
It ain't comfortable or not. I just, if you got to go through all of them, I don't want to sit down. Nothing against everybody ask questions. Appreciate y'all doing it. But I ain't going to sit here for 2 hours answering questions. No matter good or bad questions. Don't make any difference. I'm going home.
That's why we have to we got to keep them going. We got to just blow through them, Jackie.
That's it. That's fine. That's what I was trying to say. Begin with. Just what do they want?
I don't even know where to start. This Facebook's all jacked up. Like, it's weird. I don't know. Usually they go in order. Now it's all kind of, I don't know who's in which order. So I'm going to start down here at the bottom, I think.
Wow.
Mike Joyce says, which of George Carlin's 7 dirty words you can't say on television does Jackie find
all right
the least offensive?
Enough. I don't know what the R don't want to know.
Which one does he find most offensive? Thank you kindly.
Every now and then I get to say it, and children don't listen to this, I'm sure. Either, shit. I say that sometimes. I say, damn sometimes. Well, it ain't funny.
It is.
I ain't proud of it. I get irritable, and I'll say them too, but I ain't saying nothing else.
I can't remember.
The rest of them I don't want to have nothing to do with. How many of them are?
I don't know. Was titty one of them?
All right, don't see. This is what that's. I answer the question. Don't start saying words I don't like.
John Holliday says, y'all get your maters in the ground? What's Jackie got in his garden this year? Any squash?
Hell, I'm too busy here at the store. It's just.
You ain't planted nothing?
There's a cat that uses that, if you know what I'm saying. That's the neighbor cat. That garden is just a bunch of dirt now, and I just ain't got the time to fool with it anymore. I just don't. So ain't nothing growing back there. Weeds, and the cat comes over there and scratches in it. That's all I know.
Sounds like your garden is Kroger produce section.
Why?
That's where you get all your... Al Moore says, by the way, boys, if you give us some decent notice, these you ask-ems might not be such a sausage fest.
What?
I don't think these are in order, but it appears that we mostly have dudes with penises asking us the questions.
All right. You can say the fella, you ain't got to talk about what's on him. I don't want to hear any of that.
Also, does Wesley Press... Sorry, that was gender normative. Also, does Wesley Press have a sister asking for a friend?
I think he does, doesn't she? Because she got called in, too. The whole family got called in. Or did she turn? I think she turned him in.
She might be the one that
turned him in. Yeah.
Leslie Press.
They don't hardly talk to each other.
But who does talk to him?
All that. What do you mean who talks to him, man? Children do, and all children from all over Murfreesboro.
Whose parents pay him to talk to their children. Have to
teach the children. They ain't going down there just to have fun, talk like this. They teaching somebody learning something.
This is fun?
No.
Leslie Press looks just like Wesley Press and is about like him, except she ain't smart.
Well,
I don't know what happened to her. Have you
he
seen her lately?
He ain't ever forgive her since they ain't ever talked again. She turned him for whatever reason.
She dropped a dime on him to the feds.
Yeah. When all that was going on, awful time. But, they didn't know who it was. And for whatever reason, that's how it all got started.
I think I know that she only works in liquor stores.
She worked in 2 or 3. That's where I'd see her.
She's getting fired, yeah.
If I stop in, I went down to the bottle shop. Then down there, she worked there for a little while.
She worked at the Grog Garden.
Grog Garden and Bottle Shop, both those. I went, when I used to go get a little, I still do every now and then, get a little sipping whiskey. She'd be there. She cordial, nice, I guess.
Tipsy Tommy's, she worked over there.
I just on the other side of town. I didn't go over there.
Decanter Plantation.
What's the next damn question?
But I think she just kept getting fired from them, and now she just had to move out of town, and she's just working her way slowly across the nation, getting fired from liquor stores. Because a lot of liquor stores you can smoke in. Guy Lancaster says, I'd feel bad hogging the questions. Again, I must be reading these in the exact wrong order to read them in. But usually you guys get so many more. Thanks, Guy. Must be the change Facebook forced on you. Yeah, Facebook made us do a page instead of before. We were just like a friend.
I can't tell the difference one way or the other, but you was cussing it and
I don't think as many people see our stuff. So if you see something from us and you like it, share it, like it.
Well,
they
want money from us. You said Facebook, they want money.
Now they want us because we're a page instead of just a friend. It wants us to boost our posts. They're like, "Hey, get your message out there. Boost this post."
Well, I don't want people. It used to be people put funny little goats as you show me, put it on there and everything. And since they switch it to whatever it is, I don't understand computer stuff. Whatever it is now, I don't see.
Those are on the side when people post on our page. Those are on the side.
I don't see it. I want everybody. I like everybody to see goats. It ain't just for me. It's put everybody in a good mood.
And then share it. I don't know.
I don't know how.
Facebook.
I didn't know how to work to begin with. I don't know how it's worse now. I ain't gonna give no money, no matter how much I ask for it. They ain't getting no damn money from me. Don't put no money in a computer. Don't do it. You don't know who's behind all that stuff. You don't know what they're getting their money for.
Guy Lancaster also says, hey, are those candy nails and Choco stones made at Coley's prison?
They don't make food. What they don't make, they they rip the page out for that particular snack. Now, those didn't have Bible verses in it because it's already Bible. The things are already nails and stones. The thing itself. So they
is
didn't
the
do
Bible.
It. The prisoners didn't have no hand in making none of the snacks or the food or nothing. They bring, the truck pulls up and put all the Bibles out, and they just, tear each one, put it in. They just put it in the bags is all. But neither one of them had a page in it though.
Richard Bernier,
Huh?
says, okay, the question of the day is, North Dakota is now number 1 in getting oil underground. Word is that Tennessee has just as much oil. Is it time to drill in Tennessee? Why? Why not? Dr. Dick Berner, Asheville, North Carolina, said he signed it doctor. I don't know if that's like a Bill Cosby doctor or like a real doctor.
Oh, why'd you bring him up?
Why? I don't know. Like the air got sucked out of the room as
That's
soon as
something I don't want to hear about that either.
Sorry, everybody.
That's hard to explain to a youngin' that used to watch that show all the time.
Well, they'll talk to your kids about Bill Cosby down at Bobby's.
Well, I would hope
they'll talk about consent.
Well, that's good. Yeah, well, that's what, yeah. I'd take them west of the press first, but anyway. Tennessee got oil.
We should drill. Then you could do a Beverly Hillbillies in reverse. All the oil runs out in California. People living in Beverly Hills,
I never understood.
thirsty.
I mean, so funny and all that. I just would have built a big house and everything right there where I was. I wouldn't have to. Why would I move all the way over there? What got into them?
I'm going to reach out to some of our TV-loving fans because they usually have the answer.
What excuse did they have? You could have had a big house, a concrete part. You could have had all that
Somebody
stuff.
knows this. Why did they move to Beverly? No, in the song, they said California is the place.
But why? They don't say why
They don't
California
explain
is the
it.
place you're supposed to be. Well, why the hell is that? All you do is confused as hell. You don't understand a damn thing. Why the hell you want to go there?
The kinfolk said to move away from there. You can't
Why did they
argue
tell
you're
them
going to get in a big fight with your family.
Well, you know how it is. Money come in, everybody trying to get something. I understand that.
Yeah,
I know
so the
what that's
kinfolk
like.
said, Jed, move away from there. California is the place you ought to be. So then he
Who told him that?
I don't know. It just says the kinfolk.
But the kinfolk's the one said move. I don't.
They said the kinfolk said, Jed, move away from there. Said California is the place you ought to be. I think the same people said all that. And then he loads
It
up.
come from the same source.
Same source.
Well,
it's just like, I don't know who
I
told.
would after I was in Beverly Hills, and granted, none of them get real mad. They never got mad about nothing. That was the point of the show. But they confused as hell. After a week of that, I'd be calling back and said, why the hell is this where I'm supposed to be? I got all this money. I can go wherever the hell I want. That would be my answer, no matter who's singing it to me.
I don't know who Dr. Dick Berner says that North Dakota is now number 1 in getting oil underground. Word is that Tennessee. So
Yeah,
I don't know
I
who's
know.
telling him that. Maybe his kinfolk told him that Tennessee is just as much oil.
Well, if I got oil, get it out. If it's on your land, don't move. Stay
Yeah,
in
that's
Tennessee.
right. That's not Beverly. So my whole premise is flawed. It would just be regular Beverly Hillbillies, except maybe they would stay in Tennessee.
They'd stay. Yeah, you get all that
Stay
money.
where they are.
Get that oil. It just builds you a big house and have horses. All that sort of thing. Instead, go to Beverly Hills, not know, anything.
Derek Action, seriously, says, it's all going to pot. Willie and Merle. Did you hear that song, Jackie?
Huh?
Willie Nelson.
Oh yeah, he got to stay high. I know.
Merle Haggard
Yeah, he stay high too.
made a song about staying high.
Well, see, you get old enough, you can't drink no more. Doctor tells you can't, put any more in it. Now, luckily, that ain't happened to me. But they turn to that stuff. I don't like the smell of it. But so be it. Let them do it. Everybody's wanting to get high. Everybody wants to make it free, get high everywhere. So be it. Y'all stay high.
What they say in the song, all the something whiskey in Lynchburg, Tennessee, couldn't something.
See? But
To
they're
me-
saying that because you're old. If they's 25 years old, they wouldn't have been singing it that way.
I
That's
think
till
if
you
you're
get
25
old.
years old, you get the whiskey and the pot.
Well, yeah.
That's not good branding for pot because
But
it's
the
just two old guys smoking
Whiskey
pot.
would keep all the whiskey would keep you from smoking as much of that mess. You drink more than you smoke, I guarantee you that.
Balance it out. Maybe you'd smoke so much you wouldn't. You just have a like
Well,
a
that's what
cocktail.
they're doing now because the body, will liver give out everything else. They up in age. Fortunately, that ain't happened to me. Of course, I don't drink like I did at that age.
And Okie from Muskogee, does he actually call out smoking pots? He say, we don't smoke no doobies in Muskogee. He does,
yeah,
right?
he
says,
does. He's saying he don't like it. He didn't like it back in. He liked drinking.
How's it go? It's like, we don't need no doobies in Muskogee.
I don't know what.
We get
I don't know the
drunk.
drug words. I don't know all the drug words.
We
I
don't
wanna know.
need no grass or LSD.
Yeah.
Is that it?
I don't. It's been years. Put it on. Find out. I don't
Me
know.
and Mama get drunk every Wednesday.
There you go. Now I know that's in it. Yeah.
Something about fried chicken.
Oh, I can't.
Adam Lohr says, what do you guys think of the look of the new Joker? Did you see the new Joker, Jackie? The new Joker? Joker, Jackie?
You showed it the picture to me. It did look. I don't know.
Look at him. Look at his little nipples.
I don't. What don't? I did.
Look how little they are.
Every Joker before that one had a damn shirt on. They had clothes on.
We don't know how big their nipples were.
It-
I'd imagine Jack Nicholson's nipples sizable.
All right. I don't want to know anything about nobody's like that.
I
It
can't
don't
get
matter.
over that. I thought, did he get a tattoo of the tiniest nipple in the world? But I
What?
guess that's his actual nipple.
All right. I don't want to hear about Joker put clothes on. Listen, ain't stand there. It all, what is it? Tattoos all over him. Old Jack Nicklaus didn't have no tattoos. The other one I didn't like, he didn't have no tattoos. And they both had clothes on.
I think the origin of this Joker is
Romero, right?
George Romero.
He's an old one, right?
Caesar Romero.
Caesar, whatever his name. Yeah, Caesar. I like that one. That was funny. He's supposed to be funny. I like old crazy Jack Nicklaus too. He's funny, but I don't know. Since then, I guess not supposed to be funny anymore, or funny in a different way that I don't understand. I guess that's what it is.
I wonder, maybe he wound up. What happened to this Joker was he wound up in a circus, the freak show, because of his little nipples,
What?
and he becomes the Joker
All
because he
right.
falls
I
into a
don't want-
vat of little nipples.
All right, enough about it. I don't
Brittany
want to.
Adams says, are you going to do videos again for the upcoming primary season? Jackie, you know what? The election is underway, even as we speak.
Well, you tell me about that. You say starters on the computer is supposed to help somehow.
Folks, did anybody give us any money to do videos? Get some stuff going, get some, buy, what the stuff you need to make videos again.
Well, it's been so long, I don't know what you need anymore.
We don't even know. We'd have to take a class, probably from Wesley Press, on how to upload shit
I
to YouTube.
I said you asked me what it'd take for me to go out and do all that again, and I told you I got to, I can't just up and run away and not be working. I can't,
I don't think you can ask for living expenses on Kickstarter.
well, I give big expenses for something else. You'll see.
Oh, hide it. We could say we need this for pot, and we need this much for
No, we don't
whiskey.
need no pot. I ain't gonna do the election and talk about everything for no pot. I ain't doing that. I'm talking about whatever it is, cameras, whatever you need, and then you said put it in Kickstarter, and then if it gets you a check, you do it.
Well, it's Kickstarter.
Huh?
It's Patreon. That's where people give you so much a month.
Well, it just ain't possible to up and go do all that. I can't, we ain't got the time to do it.
And what if we just made videos about pot? People
I
love
don't
old
want to-
men talking about pot.
Well, I don't care. They can get some other old man to talk about pot. I ain't
How
gonna
about
do it.
we get you high as hell and then say, what do you think of Ted Cruz?
You ain't
And
doing
we'll call it High Old Man on Ted Cruz.
No, you won't call it nothing because I don't want none of that stuff around. I don't like it. You tried to come in here after you have it all on you. I smell it all over you. I run you out. I say, you get home, take a shower, get all that stuff off of you. Or,
It won't come out after a while. It just sort of follows you around like pig peeing.
I don't like it.
What if you eat an edible?
A what?
An edible, like a make you a brownie or hard candy.
I don't care. It's get you high. Don't matter how you take it. Put drug in you every which way. I don't want to even know.
Andrew, Jimmy. I should learn how to say your name, Andrew. Is a secret to wet bread hose water or slot juice?
I wish I knew. Well, it ain't juice. Don't say that. But I wish I knew what the secret was because I couldn't open one up.
You'd make it for family and friends.
I might, but you shouldn't do that either. But
Here comes Jackie at Christmas with his homemade wet breads.
if I knew how to do it, everybody'd be wanting that.
Did you get this from wet bread? No, I made it myself. Oh, that's why it looks
I
weird.
tried many a time. We talked about that trying to make it home. You put water all over. That's too much water, and then next time it's not enough water. I don't know how to do it. I've gone through I don't know how many loaves, waste them because I can't trying to get it just wet like they do it, and I can't do it.
How is TT, says Jason Edmonds.
I wouldn't know.
I've been seeing, I ain't heard from her, but I keep seeing these bumper stickers that say ready for TT.
What?
And, says Jason, y'all need to cover the legend of Willie Swamp again. Did we cover that? Did we cut that record?
The what now?
The legend of Willie Swamp.
If it did, I sure don't remember it.
Charlie Daniels.
I like the song. I know the song. It's a good song. I don't ever remember singing it, doing anything with
Call
that.
it the legend of Willie Pot Swamp.
Enough with your drugs. It's everywhere else. It
It's
ain't got to
funny.
be here.
Everybody likes it.
Well, I don't like it. Everybody, you like it. Everybody stay high. I don't care if that's what you want to do. I ain't got nothing to do with it.
If you ever go down to the Willie Swamp, well, you better get high as
All
hell.
right. Don't
See?
just answer a question. I don't want to hear unless it's about drugs. I had enough.
Do you think Charlie Daniels, check out his Twitter feed. He's
It's good. It ain't funny like
it ain't
Fred Thompson.
funny.
It ain't
It ain't
funny at
funny
all.
like Fred Thompson, but
It's good to
does
read.
church thing, talks
Yeah.
about church, and he talks about, Hillary Clinton, I'm pointing my finger at you, and that kind of stuff. So it gets political.
Yeah, but
Um,
that's kind of funny. But it don't come close, old Fred Thompson.
But what
It
does
just don't
he,
do.
is he off of drugs? Does he not do it? Does he not smoking pot anymore? Because in the 70s he's getting high. He wrote Devil Went Down to Georgia, didn't he? Or did he? Maybe he didn't write it.
He
Sung it with conviction. He had to be high.
them singers and they do that and they like it. And some of them good, a lot of them ain't. That ain't got nothing. I ain't none of my business. I don't want to know about it.
Because he's getting up at that age where he's got lots of aches and pains. He could be another one, the third one on the country music pop Mount Rushmore.
What do you mean?
I
Aches
bet
and
he
pains.
does
I got aches and pains. What
you should
talking
smoke
about?
a doobie.
What? That don't
Yes.
help that.
That's what it does.
Oh, hell.
Pot
All it
helps
does,
pain.
it does not. It gets you high.
Yes,
Well,
and that helps pain.
let the doctor give you pain pills. Don't need to be taking that.
Right,
stuff.
take some pain pills instead of the pot.
Well,
That works out much better.
Sorry you're hurting anyway, either way.
Sorry, Charlie Daniels. Toby Andrew Smith said, why did the New York Times do that hit piece on Hillary?
Well, I don't know. First time they doing something right, I guess.
It's the first time for everything.
Yeah.
Even the old gray lady can learn some new tricks.
What a great lady.
Isn't that what they call the New York Times?
I don't remember what
I
they
don't
call
know.
any newspaper, but the name of it. But now I was surprised too. Good. You don't ask questions, just embrace it. Just enjoy it. Enjoy it while it lasts. Hopefully we'll get a bunch more between now and you know when.
Here's Charlie Daniels' tweet. I got a picture of some cows.
Yeah.
In the mud. It says, fat Herefords in deep mud.
Yeah.
High as hell.
What?
Trey Daniels says, I'm just assuming that he's high.
What? It doesn't say he's high.
He's talking about NASCAR.
Now, see, no offense to old Charlie Daniels, he good, but see, Fred Thompson didn't have no pictures. He didn't need no pictures. It's just the words funny. The way he put them words together is just the funniest thing ever.
Well, I don't think Charlie Daniels trying to be funny. He's got the morning prayer on here.
That's fine, that's good, but you know.
He always lets you know when he's getting off of Twitter, too.
I don't want to get on Twitter. I don't know why anybody wants to get on. All I know about Twitters is that Fred Thompson says funny things on it. That's the only reason that thing exists for me. I don't know nothing else on it. I don't know how it works.
Here's a picture of Charlie Daniels and Cowboy Troy.
Oh, yeah, they're friends.
Let's just see what Fred Thompson. I know we have our own questions to get to, but it's been so long since we've been to Fred Thompson's Twitter. I thought I like to check in every once in a while. That would be a segment if we started doing videos again. Probably what we'd do is we'd have one segment where we go to Fred Thompson's Twitter, and then we'd have a segment where we go to Charlie Daniels' Twitter.
Yeah. 'Cause starters, if that goes, you get that check, I'll do that. That's the best job ever on video. I'll do that, yeah.
Obama. This is 2 days ago from Fred Thompson. Obama says, Iran nuke deal, a political agreement, not a formal treaty. And Fred Thompson says, I thought the technical term was sucker bet.
Iran sucker bet.
Now, they just had Obama doing the press corps dinner, and he's up there telling jokes. They had comedians up there telling jokes.
Why don't they give Fred Thompson up there? They just supposed to, let's meet in the middle. Let's do something like that. Let Fred get your liberal comedian up there, make all the jokes. Get Fred Thompson come on after it, and you see who's funniest.
Or at least have somebody up there reading Fred Thompson's Twitter.
Well, that's fine if he can't make it, if he's too busy and can't go. Well, sometimes you don't want to get up out of it. You got a nice lazy boy kick back on. I don't
like an Afghan over your legs and your shoes off.
You don't want to get up out of that, and I understand that. And if I was old Fred Thompson, he'd done enough where he can lay there as long as he wants. But maybe
and he will. I mean, we ain't telling him nothing he don't know.
No,
he will lay there.
He's smarter than, but like I said, he's West Press smarter than both me and you put together.
Obama, global warming poses immediate risks to our national security. Yeah, all those terrorists sneaking into the country to do climate studies.
Terrorists do climate. There's climate.
In Iowa, Hillary campaign van photographed parked in a handicap spot.
Yeah.
Not the best way to dodge that age issue, Hill.
He's old as hell.
Oh, this was funny, but it's got a message.
Huh?
Scientists say,
Right.
now closer to being able to resurrect extinct species.
Wow.
Fred Thompson tweets, scientists now closer to being able to resurrect extinct species.
Wow.
Might want to start with the founding fathers before it's too late.
Like bring him back to life? Is that what?
Mm-hmm.
But I seen something on that cloning and stuff. That don't mean he ain't gonna grow up the same way, is he?
Oh, you mean like they could bring him back to life and then they could...
Well, they'd
It
be
could be damaged in some way.
no, they're babies. They come back. You got the same DNA. You put it in there. You grow them up in a tube, a hole, or something, glass thing, and then they grow their babies and get bigger and bigger. And then when they grow, but they don't know nothing but a tube in the mouth and living in the
Oh, so when they're unleashed on society, they
wouldn't remember a thing. They don't.
all they know is the lab and the tube.
That's it. Yeah, I seen something science thing like that, and they, you think you'd bring old. It'd be nice Abraham Lincoln bring back, ask some questions. All that.
He's not a founding father.
Well, I know he's not. I'm talking about something else.
I mean, maybe as like under the wire. He
It
didn't write
doesn't
the
matter. I
Constitution.
wasn't talking. I'm just using him as an example. I wasn't saying.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Just
bring
bring him
Abraham
back.
Lincoln back.
I
Baby Abraham Lincoln in a laboratory.
But he ain't gonna come out. He'll be a baby. He ain't gonna have a beard. He ain't gonna have that hat. He ain't gonna have none of that stuff. It's just gonna look like a regular baby. Maybe ugly or something, but it's gonna be a baby. And if he, baby may grow up not like hats, and it may won't shave every day. And now you don't know how Abraham Lincoln's gonna act. Starting all over again, you don't know it. It depends on how you raise him, I guess. But raising somebody in a tube ain't no way to raise a young'un. I don't think.
You got to have a Ma and Pa Kent in there.
Whatever it is.
You can't have, if Superman grew up in lab tube world, wouldn't be good Superman. You need Ma and Pa Kent in there with their humanizing.
You making it silly. You talking about Superman.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm talking about the Abraham Lincoln baby growing in a tube.
Obama meets Raul Castro,
Yeah.
now taking Cuba off list of terrorist states. Oh, thought that happened after they started enriching uranium.
Q guy. Uranium all that down there.
Yeah, maybe he's got a new guy writing his tweets.
Yeah, well, no, that's him. You can tell it's him.
Since I'm on Twitter, let me see here. JR Positive says, what do you guys think about the White House Correspondents' Dinner? Well, we just touched on that a little bit.
I didn't see it.
They need more Fred Thompson.
Yes, that's the first thing. Have him come host, even if he's somebody else just reading that stuff, or you get a pic, do it via satellite,
Oh, from his living room.
Yeah, just set it up in there so he ain't got to go up there. He'd be just as funny on a big screen as he was standing there. Maybe even funnier. Like,
Comfortable.
Yeah.
When you're comfortable, you're funny.
Yeah.
Rule number 1 of comedy.
He can't go.
Get comfortable.
Yeah.
JR Positive on Twitter also asks, whatever happened to Cobbler Man? We have not heard from Cobbler Man.
It will. I don't know if that's still standing. Yes. I don't know.
Well, he wound up in McMinnville, right? So
He another one up there. They all went. Yeah, most of them.
I don't think I hadn't heard nobody from McMinnville talking about it, but we didn't talk about it when he was here. I mean, us talking about it on the podcast, we got some blowback. Like, it's sort of the shame of the town.
Yeah.
What you would do for that cobbler and what you would put up with. It brands you as weak.
I didn't think about that way, but it's true. It's true.
People said you giving us a bad reputation. We just look like a bunch of weakos who put up with anything for some cobbler. And you had to look yourself in the mirror, in the eye. Like, find your eyes on your face in the mirror. Your reflection, find your eyes there in your reflection in the mirror and look yourself in them and say, well, man, what are we doing?
I sure do miss that, though. Taste that in your mouth. Good Lord. Whew. I miss it. I mean, I wouldn't go through. I don't think I'd go through what I went through. But, to be honest, the longer it gets, the more you want it. It's been so hot, man. I want it. It makes you think in your head, I'll take a cussing. I mean,
I let him hit me.
How long's this one going to last? He going to wear out eventually. And
I let him hit me 4 times.
I'm going to get that cobbler either way. So I don't.
4 different parts of my body.
Not that I want him back here. I ain't saying
Nope,
that.
can't handle it psychologically.
No, but that in your mouth. Good Lord. Yes, yeah.
Also, JR Positive says, also, will you guys do any political ads for 2016? That was a way we made some money. Remember, we did our $120
That's before Kickstarters.
Kickstarter.
Before that, way before that, yeah. We didn't have, you couldn't hit no computer button and get a check. I'll say that right now. Ain't ever happened.
Nope, you had to work for it.
Yeah.
Now Jackie just wants to take the easy way and hit the button and get the check from y'all.
Well,
how do we sign up for that? So y'all let us know if you Kickstarters, how's the best way. Y'all let us know the best way for y'all to give us some money.
well, ain't nobody gonna say nothing.
Barrett Shawdoin. Really?
Huh?
Barrett Shawdoin. I just like to point this out. This is a little bit of history. I just want to say that Barrett's little picture icon here, as far as I can tell, unless there's some kind of joke to it, is just damn Pink Floyd Wish You Were Here cover with the guy on fire.
Oh, yeah.
And remember,
You
Jackie,
showed me it.
I
Yeah,
don't know if you remember.
That's gonna be the what was it? We went on that Hollywood. That's when
we went to Hollywood to the Warner Brothers lot when we were doing our first out. This is some true trivia, folks. True trivia.
We went out, and the fella, manager, agent, I don't know, fella gave us, said, I'll make a call, and y'all go on down there and get your picture made like that. I didn't understand it, fire stuff, but I said, sure, we'll do that. You was on one, as long as I wasn't one on fire, you know. I know what to do with computer, but still, I don't want nobody thinking.
This was our record album called How Freedom Sounds,
Yeah.
which I just looked up. It's not on Spotify anymore, but does seem to still be on iTunes and places.
But when that...
Called How Freedom Sounds, we almost called it Wish You Were Beer. And
it was going to look like that.
I was going to be on
thing.
fire.
Yeah.
Were you going to be putting me out with beer, or was it just shaking hands?
I don't remember. We'd shake. They said
just shaking hands.
Went to the same place where that
Same
picture
place.
is. Exact same place. You'd find it didn't look the same. You know, things changed, but
I don't think we ever got the fire on it, did we?
no, I'll never get the fire. But they come over
Never
and
got
said,
that far.
we got that far, and the photographer took a picture of that. Maybe we can find that and put it on. But there's an old picture.
Yeah, we need to find that.
There's old, but I mean, ain't nobody on fire. Ain't nobody do computer stuff to it yet. But it's the same place where that what is it out when they used to have albums back in. The same place where that was, except now nobody's on fire. But we taken the picture. We got maybe 2 pictures, and they rolled up and said, "Yeah, who the hell are you?"
Yeah, and we said, and then we run.
We got out of there, yeah. But then they said, you know, you can't use any pictures that you took on there for nothing album, so we just changed the whole thing.
Oh, that's what it was, right?
Yeah. I don't know why I didn't think about that before we went there and did it. And nobody told us one way or the
Well, we
other.
should have. That would
You
have
should
made
have
more
put,
sense.
yeah, would have made sense. It was fun going up. We saw, remember George Clooney come by, remember?
Oh, we did. We did see George
He
Clooney.
come by. He's walking by, you know, look like wear shorts, playing basketball or something.
Yep, and he played a practical joke on us. We said, "Hey, Mr. Clooney," and he kept walking and didn't talk to us.
Yeah.
You know how he's famous for his practical jokes.
Yeah.
That was one of them. That was pretty good.
It was fun. You know,
By the
somebody
commissary.
seeing the movie, Old Oceans, saw him, yeah.
If this was a TV show about us going to California to make this record and be like, you know, it's also guest starring George Clooney, and that'd be his part. He walks right by us, and we go, "Hey, Jackie, that's George Clooney. Hey, Mr. Clooney, Mr. Clooney." He
I
walks
know.
on by. He's famous for his practical jokes. That must be one of them.
Old brother, where art thou? That's what
Yep.
I like. I like it. That's a good movie right there. That's when I got to liking him. And then in Oceans numbers, whatever one, they're all breaking in. It's good seeing him.
Oh, we're at an hour and 4 minutes. We got to just blow through these.
Oh,
we gotta
hell,
just
I
burn.
told you I don't want to be
All
here.
right, so
Oh.
Barrett says Lieutenant Governor Ramsey just passed this bill to force everyone to buy auto insurance while blocking any chance we have to get decent health insurance because, Obama. So Barrett wants Obamacare. He wants that Insure Tennessee.
Yeah.
But also now you got to have, I think you got to show you damn car insurance to get your car registration or whatever. But that's different. Cars is different because
ownership. Yes, that's something you
buy.
buy.
Right, and you don't own your body.
Nobody owns a body. Don't nobody own the body until it's in the ground of science. You put it over there.
My body's just on lease from heaven.
Well,
Is
you got a raw deal on that. I tell you that now.
Well, now, when you mock me, Jackie, you mocking what God made, so you mocking God.
Well, when he made you was all right, and since you took over, it's gone downhill. I don't know. I don't know why they just don't get. If it's gonna be everywhere else, just go on and do it. I mean, it's well. Fight and scream all you want. People get sick. If they can get better. I mean, I know people gonna get mad at me for saying that, but hell, if it's everywhere else, I don't know why you got to be the last one mad over it. I don't understand.
So you're saying Tennessee should just give in and be like every other state?
Well, the people who sick and need it, and they can't get up and move somewhere else, I don't, they can't work. I don't know what, just if it's going to be, if it's a deal, everybody else going to get a free pass from Obama.
See, Jackie, this is just what Obama was counting on, for everybody to get tired of fighting. What if, Jackie, the patriots of America who wore the clothes in the 1700s, the ones, that did the Revolutionary War.
Well, Fred Thompson wants to bring them back.
The one, yeah. What if they got
tired?
What if they got tired?
I know what you're saying. I don't like Obama anymore. Anything else? It's just
he's exhausted you. He used you up and threw you over in the corner.
Well, I'm just glad he's going to be gone soon. I got a little bit of that,
So you're saying, chalk this up as a loss. Forget Obama. We got bigger fish to fry, like Hillary fish.
Well, what kind of insurance she going to make you take? You don't know.
Ain't no telling.
Things are going to get worse. Take this and don't get no more. That's it.
What's going on with Dr. Birdman?
Huh?
Says Dennis Saylor. Can you hear that horn blowing?
It's blowing out there, yeah.
Did you make him leave the store again?
No, it didn't make him leave the store. Somebody that he got the new car can't get the keys in it. Every time he tries, the thing, the alarm goes off.
Every time he gets drunk, you mean?
Well, he drunk all the time, isn't he? He'll be up there fooling with it for the next 30 minutes. Get used to it.
Who sold Tabor a new car? He can't make no car payments.
Well, they gonna find out sooner or later.
Can y'all hear that horn?
We hear it outside.
That's Tabor's car.
That goes off there. What was the question? What?
Dennis Saylor says, "What's going on with Dr. Birdman?"
Nobody knows, and I don't like. Don't even.
Cobbler Man, TT Slot, Dr. Birdman. Y'all don't understand. These people, they ain't found from World War I, World War II.
Well, some of them people, McManville, we know that. Dr. Birdman,
we don't know.
Yes, I hope it ain't the worst. But who? Yeah.
He has either faked his death.
What? He wouldn't do that. It ain't got nothing to do with that.
Died a horrible, gruesome, supernatural death.
That's what, it did. They were writing stuff, but couldn't find the
Or he
bodies.
just got the hell out of town and has no idea that we all think he was killed by a giant ghost bird.
Wherever he is, we wish him the best.
If I were a shady bird-selling, semi-doctor felon.
All right, don't even.
I would take the opportunity of the troubles here in Murfreesboro. Folks, if you listen to this for the first time, go back and listen to like episode 96 or 7.
What?
Start there. I'd use that opportunity
They save these.
to get the hell out of town before the feds caught up to me. What do you mean do they save them? You can listen to every one of these.
What? I thought you listen to it and it goes in the tray, goes away. You
No.
listen to it one time and then it goes, computer eats it up.
No, if you listen to it one time, you can go back and listen to it over and over. Our friend Elizabeth on Twitter is listening to she does RSU re-listens, where she goes back and listens to some of her favorite episodes again and again. The one where George Jones died and we were drunk and sad, she listens to that. I don't know if she's listened to anything in the past year and a half, but she loves them old ones.
Well, I didn't know why he's still out there. I had no idea.
So anything we say is saved on those things. So when we say something that's going to get us in trouble on Twitter, people can go back and find all the other stuff we said that'll get us in trouble.
Oh, they'll find a bunch, probably.
And not only that, listeners, as soon as you listen to one of these and you think you deleted it off your iTunes or whatever, guess what? The government knows. So you're all going down with us. Will there be another July 4th event this year?
Huh?
Walpurgis Night is this week. Any special celebrations going on in Murfreesboro?
Probably do it up just like we're supposed to. Fireworks. Maybe go to the lake. Get you grill out some hamburger steaks, sort of thing like that. That's America right there for me. Ain't no movies coming out, is there?
Walpurgis Night. It's
Independence Day.
English
You don't say.
translation of Walpurgisnacht, one of the German names for the night of. I didn't even know this was a thing you could do.
What?
Is this some Wiccan shit?
What?
Walpurgis Night, unleash the metal shit. Walpurgis Night was a May Day's Eve festival when witches met and held revels with their gods. Oh man,
Quit reading that.
what's on in Sweden? Oh man, I bet they're having some black metal shit there.
Hey.
Son,
I don't want to.
what were you talking about? 4th of July?
Independence Day.
Fuck a 4th of July, man. I want some witches and some black metal.
Enough. I don't want to hear the language. I don't even like I can't talk. That creeps me out. I don't like it. Makes a hair on the back of my. I don't like it. It's like
man, get
anything.
Get some
Witches or the
German.
leprechaun. German. I know over there, overseas. That's where all that started. Ireland, leprechaun, all that stuff's over there.
Shit, Dennis, man, thanks for educating me. People say educate yourself. Sometimes Dennis has to educate you.
All right. That's something I don't want to be educated on. I don't want to know about no witches.
It's just for fun.
Well,
witches.
it ain't fun. Witches ain't fun. No, people got killed for that years ago.
Tyler Fredericks. Come back to live action.
Like starters.
So, Jackie wants, I think Jackie's saying, for us to do videos again, he going to have to get paid.
It ain't just that I can't look. I need all that stuff to whatever it is to put it on. We don't know how to put it on picture on there no more. I ain't got nothing to do with it. If you won't cover it, it's just for how long does the election last? How long does that last?
Well, till November 16.
Well, I figure I had to get from now till then.
This is the fun part with Ted Cruz and Marco Rubio and all these idiots. This is awesome. Hopefully, Hillary Clinton's going to run into some trouble, and there'll be some idiots on that side.
Oh, yeah.
That's disappointing that there's really only the one idiot. I like it when they just bust loads of idiots on both sides.
Yeah.
Remember 2007, Jackie?
It's every which way you look is an idiot.
Tyler, thank you for asking us about coming back to live action. We are considering it. Jackie, of course, mercenary, needs that money.
Oh, you don't need the money.
We have been
What did
talking
you
about
say?
it.
You said that we need to
I
ask
said
for.
I'd do it for my fans, whatever they
Oh,
want.
hell, you
whatever
did
they
not.
Want.
You said, I want, what was it? $100,000. And I said, ain't no way people going to put $100,000 on there.
Well, if they remember us being how awesome we were.
Oh, hell, nobody going to give you that much money. I was saying you get it down lower than that. How long? What's poverty we live on? What's poverty? What's that number?
I wouldn't know.
Well, I don't know either, thank goodness.
I don't go to the free store.
Well,
probably $20,000. I think, maybe.
I'll take 15.
$15,000.
Yep.
For doing what?
All that stuff they want you to run here, run there. Talk about that, all that election stuff.
Phil Rayleigh says, did Jackie actually support Sheriff Buford T. Justice and Smokey and the Bandit? I understand supporting law and order, but the sheriff was clearly outside of his jurisdiction.
Oh, yeah. I like both. I didn't take sides of Smokey and the Bandit. I like everybody in that. Everybody funny, good.
Oh, well, listen to you trying to straddle both sides of the issue.
I ain't trying to straddle both.
Just be a man, little weasel like Rand Paul. Just say what you feel. Did you support Sheriff Buford T. Justice?
It's a movie. It's a funny movie. I didn't. Who's funniest is what I thought. Is Jackie Gleason do something funny? Always, I didn't like honeymoons, nothing like that. They get two people arguing over the same thing. In this, funny. He walk over a car and talk, And then after that, Burt Reynolds come on, funny too. And then after that, Jerry come on, funny as well. Sally Field's all right, she's cute, but the rest of them just all for equal funny. I like everything in that.
Phil Rayleigh has a follow-up question, and this may also put you in a similar bind where you don't want to get yourself in trouble.
It ain't no trouble. I tell the truth. It's a movie. It ain't like this side or that side. It's, he's funny on there.
Would Burt Reynolds and Jerry Reed have been a reasonable alternate Republican ticket during the 1980 campaign?
It'd been entertaining, I'll say that. I don't know if anybody vote. Somebody vote for him.
Think it, though, Jackie. What if Burt Reynolds had thrown his hat in the ring? So you got Ronald Reagan.
Used to be an actor, yeah, years ago.
It's supposed to be, charming. He's got charisma. He's going to get this country back on top. And then you got the #1 box office star in the world.
Yeah, Ronald Reagan ain't made a movie in a long time, but he's still,
Well, who would you have voted for?
I would have voted for Ronald Reagan.
Over Burt Reynolds?
If I don't know what Burt Reynolds' plans were, if he come out and said, I'm going to do this and do that, and I agreed with it, I'd vote for it. I can't think, would I just vote for him called Burt Reynolds? If he come out and said he had better ideas than Ronald Reagan, which I don't see that happening, but if he did, I'd vote for him.
Okay, imagine this. Burt Reynolds gets the nomination coming out of the convention in the 1980s. He's debating Jimmy Carter. Okay, now you can imagine Ronald Reagan debating Jimmy Carter because it happened. It's like, and, he puts him in his place, and everybody's like, I'm voting for Ronald Reagan. But now imagine Burt Reynolds in that same debate. Instead of whatever shit Ronald Reagan said to Jimmy Carter, Burt Reynolds would stride across that stage, smacking gum, and slap Jimmy Carter in the face.
Yeah. I'd like to see that. I'd see that today. They're both still living.
Well, he's old.
Either way, old
yeah,
people.
they're both old. Yeah, so it's all
it don't matter. It's okay. I wouldn't want to see
Okay.
Burt Reynolds walk over here, old Jimmy Carter, young Burt Reynolds, but they're both old men.
Yeah, they're old Burt Reynolds. But then Jimmy Carter might hit. I don't know who'd win that slap fight.
But if it weren't for Burt Reynolds getting hit with that chair years ago.
Sure, but you can't change the past.
I know you can't. I'm saying otherwise he'd take him. But now, he's sick. I don't know.
I don't know either.
He got hit that chair. Everybody said he had AIDS. Okay, he lost all that weight. He didn't. I never thought he did. I said he does. Burt Reynolds does not have AIDS. I tell everybody that in the store and run 2 or 3 of them off.
I remember that. That graffitied your bathroom with it. Burt Reynolds has AIDS.
All over it.
And all you do is you wouldn't paint over it. You just went in there and wrote, he does not.
Well,
And it
Painted
turned out
over.
you were right.
I painted over. I want everybody to see that. Go in there and look. Who does she have AIDS or not? And once she come out, she didn't. Who was right? Jackie Bowles was right on that.
Also, Jerry Reed would be a good vice president.
He'd be good at anything. He's always good. Everything he does good.
Go to funerals. Somebody die. Because he can, be somber. But then when it's time for everybody to walk back to their car, he'll be like, son. And then, lighten the mood.
Yeah.
Bow, 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 ba-da-ba-dum.
How many more of these you got?
I remember that funeral the other day for the guy who died in USA.
Yeah, he rhyme everything.
Well, he got to write it down. You can't just freestyle a Jerry
How
Reed.
many more of these have we got?
We're getting close. Okay, we're just going to burn through them. Paul Howard. We're just going to knock these out, Jackie.
I got to get home.
We're
I don't
going
want
to
to
just
be here.
slap through them. Paul
All
Howard says,
right.
here are the 3 most burning questions I have. So this is a 3 and 1.
3?
But after this, we're just going to. 1, is Jackie still estranged from Jackie Jr., or has he
That's personal business. I ain't going to talk about that on here.
reconciled with
That ain't nobody business. They ain't talking about personal matters like that
His
on,
boy.
on this thing.
Have you heard from him lately? Does he-
I ain't going to talk about anything personal on this thing.
How much money would it take from Kickstarter to get you to open up about Jackie
That's
Jr.?
something different. That's something different. You want me to talk about who's running for president, I'll talk about that all day. That ain't personal. I ain't going to go on Kickstarter's talk we get into my personal life. People do that all the time. I need money for this or that. I don't need no money for none of that. No.
Number 2, is Dunlap still desperately seeking a stripper without a kid?
All right.
I found a couple, but still crazy.
Okay, enough.
That's not sexist. That's stripperist.
What?
3, did the Republican Party quietly pay off Shimmy Sham, the liberal dummy, and provide him a job at the New York Times? I don't know. Are you saying that Shimmy Sham broke the Hillary Clinton story? Because he's taking money from the...
That's a toy, ain't real, is it? No.
Shimmy Sham, actually, he should get a job on Fox News being one of the Fox Democrats.
He'd be good as Becker. Where is Becker? Anybody know where he something happened?
I don't know.
Nobody know. Old Riley said he got a bad back.
Oh, was he serious?
Well, that's what it said. I don't
Thought
know.
it was
Nobody
a
knows.
joke.
No, if everybody's thinking you're off drunk somewhere, but you can be both. You can have a bad back
And be drunk.
Yeah, I know. So I've had a bad back one time. Good Lord, if I couldn't have drunk through that, I don't know what would have turned out. I'm glad it's better now, but still.
Guy Lancaster says, another you ask coming so soon? Are you guys out of ideas?
Yeah, very much.
We are. Dan Cummins says, would you send me an autographed picture? I'll send money. Hey, here's a guy.
Kickstarter. There's Kickstarter right there. Kickstarter right there. See, the people want to, yeah.
So, like, that'd be one of our prizes. Like, you give us $5. You pledge $5, we'll send you an autographed picture.
Yeah, I'll do that, yeah. It ain't, long my hand don't give out.
But then you got to print up a bunch of damn pictures.
How
like
much
maybe
that
10.
cost? You got to.
I don't know. You got to figure it in.
I need 15.
So suddenly we're up to $100,000 again.
And we are not. It don't. It ain't. You said $100,000. Never said I want $100,000 from anybody. Ain't nobody out there got $100,000 that won't give to us. I know better than that. I said 1,500.
Tom Lewis says, hey, I've been listening to and watching Red State Updates since 2007. Thanks, Tom. Another reason to start doing live Red State Updates again, this is just me editorializing in the middle of his question. This is our 10-year anniversary, folks. We have been doing Red State Updates since 2005. I believe in October 2005, and we uploaded the first ones up to damn YouTube that December. 10-year anniversary. Y'all got any ideas for how to celebrate it? Let us know.
And Kickstarter it.
Anyway, I was wondering if Dunlap has had any better luck with Farm Boy lately. I've heard that OK Farm Boy is better for relationships.
That's a waste of money and time, that don't got nothing to do with being on a farm.
I've kind of stopped playing around with Farm Boy lately.
Good.
I need to get back on there.
No.
I've been busy just with some personal things, just helping Jackie. She's been real sick lately, and I've been hanging out at the store, just making sure nobody steals any of the beer. So I haven't had a lot of time for women. I did get a lot of good response, and, a lot of women want to date me. A lot of women want to have me inside of them. But lately, I've just been busy making sure Jackie's doing okay.
I'm fine. I just go be with these women. You don't need to be around here.
You say that, but you need me.
No, I don't.
You
please.
need me right here next to you.
I know you're going to be stuck here because no woman in the right mind going to ever do Farm Boy or anything else, whatever it is, with you.
Well, that's harsh.
Well.
Also, did Jackie ever used to chew tobacco?
Never did chew it, smoked it. I never did chew it. My buddies did and everything. I got into the cigarette forehand. That's always, had cigarette in my mouth.
Phil Rayleigh says, would you have let Ric Flair hit you with a full-on judo chop to the chest just so you could always tell people that you let Ric Flair hit you with a full-on judo chop to the chest?
I wouldn't let nobody hit me in the chest. I don't care who it is.
Yeah. Guy Lancaster says, I know it's planning way ahead since the movie doesn't come out to next year, but since you guys did Batman and Superman, can we expect a DVD commentary of them versus each other? That is the Batman. I had to move the microphone. Hold on a second.
What?
That's the Batman versus Superman trailer we watched the other day, Jackie. Sure. Well,
I didn't
Kickstarter.
like it.
We'll have to Kickstarter it, apparently.
Kickstarter. Well, what is it?
Because we'll need the money to buy the Blu-ray.
Kickstarter.
Dan Cummins says...
The check sends it to you. I don't want to watch Batman. I'll do it for... Because you'd have to pay me to sit through that.
Dan Cummins says, and also would you ask Jackie if I can add him on Satch's Snapchat?
Well, if I'm on it, I don't know what it is. It's not.
Bruce Burton says, is the Swingers Club posing as a church going to be allowed? That was in Nashville. The sex club seeks Nashville blessing by vowing to be a church.
No.
Oh, man. I got to hook up with these people because they are brilliant. And they own and operate a sex club.
Enough.
A Nashville Swingers Club has undergone a conversion. We never have guests on here, but I think these would be great folks to start with.
I don't want...
It says it's now a church in order to win city approval so it can open next to a Christian school. I wonder if Bobby and Stella are involved with this.
Well, they ain't going to haircut in there. They're doing whatever. I don't want to know about it.
Well, we don't know if that's a go yet. How about the Russians owning 20% of our uranium?
Yeah, Obama. I'm not surprised.
That's Matthew McKinley saying that.
Obama.
I mean, I'm surprised it's only 20%. Who owns the rest of our uranium? Iran?
Probably. That's this. Lord knows. Somebody moved it from Iraq.
August Hahn says, two-part question, if I might. Following the fiasco of the horse gravy commercial, has Jackie banned the product from his store? And secondly, how did his stage audition go with Victor Mileage? Curious minds want to know.
Stage audition, what?
You think you were going to audition for Victor Mileage for something?
What was you doing? People want me to read this. People want everything. I can't keep up at all.
I can't keep up either. We've been doing this for a long time. A lot of things happen every week.
10 damn years. What? Yeah.
So, August, I'm going to need you to give us some more information on this.
I don't know. Because people ask this, people ask that. Horse gravy's a good product.
But he threw it all out in the yard.
Now I come to an understanding, and it ain't, it was a misunderstanding is what I was told.
But he went up there before he found out it was a misunderstanding. It was just throwing
whatever it was.
in the back.
I was not crying. I was upset. And some of the jars, what was left, I didn't want to. Got them off there, and I probably took them down in the wrong way.
Al Moore says, I'm in charge of finding a location for this year's office Kwanzaa party. Did the big house survive the troubles? No, it did not, but Miss Mary's butter dump did. Don McCoy says, you guys following the hockey playoffs? I was rooting for Nashville. Thanks, Don. You following the hockey playoffs, Jackie?
I don't follow. Predators is good for him. I'm glad. I don't know that sport.
It's too cold.
Cold. I don't. It's too.
Jackie doesn't like cold sports. He doesn't like basketball because you have to go in with air conditioning.
Yeah.
Hey, Dunlap, are we going to hear a report back about the best of Hattie's lotions to pleasure yourself with?
Hey.
This is from Guy Lancaster. I mean, if folks are buying that Scaly Patch flavor for such purposes, well, there's something I don't really want to think about. And then he says, by the way, Dunlap, are you still a virgin? I don't know what you're talking about, Guy. I've had sex so many times.
I don't want to hear about none of you.
And then Guy says, you going to hit that Nashville Sex Club church when it opens up?
No.
We've got to have these people on.
I'm not going to have
only to give me directions.
I don't want to talk to no sex clubs. I don't care about it.
Al Moore
I don't care
says,
how much custodians you put on the computer.
Now, if they give us $100,000 to have a sex club person on here every week, you wouldn't do that?
No, I don't. You can't pay me enough to sit and talk to sex people all the time.
$1 million.
I ain't nobody gonna pay
$10
that.
million.
No,
And
I don't want. What am I gonna do with the money? Get far away as I could from a sex person.
that is the opposite of what most people do with money.
Well, it's right now Beverly Hillbillies making sense to me.
Al Moore says, has little sissy died lately? Sure am looking forward to back 4 more heaven 4, the numeral 4.
I heard there's a new book, but is she die for? I can't remember.
Well, surely she wouldn't write a book and she didn't die.
Well,
Who'd read that.
I read that there was a new book coming soon, and I didn't know. Did she have to die again to write a book? I didn't know.
She was up at that school with all the other kids who died recently.
Yeah.
Which I can't remember the name of. Somebody needs to update our Wikipedia. And I ain't putting that on you, Guy. I'm just saying. There's a lot to keep track of here, folks.
Yeah.
We talk about so many different things every week, and all we're asking for from you is $100,000.
We don't need a damn $100,000. Nobody to talk about. I said 50. I put my money. I picked my price.
Jackie wants the poverty level. Jackie wants to live in poverty with your help.
I don't want to live in poverty, but if I got to walk away from my business, if I got to walk away from everything and do that, which is fine, I ain't saying I got to have something for it.
I may just go work for this swingers club. I like
you go on then.
They think.
What the hell are you going to do there? They don't want you there. If you get in there and take your shirt off, they're going to lose half a damn customer.
I'll tell you exactly what I'll be. Have you seen the movie Cabaret?
What?
What about the stage production?
I don't.
I would be the Joel Gray of the sex club church in Nashville, where I welcome people in. I do a little song. I kind of make
people would turn around and get back in the car and drive as far away as I could if I walked in the door and see that.
I welcoming them.
They don't want any welcoming you. They don't want that. Nobody in the right mind wants you dressed up sex club saying come on in. They're going to turn around.
Well, I say come on in, but in a German accent.
They'll even worse in. They're going to say, this ain't what I thought it was. Let's go, is what they're going to say.
I'll do the actual song from Cabaret.
What?
All
right, enough.
I have to watch Cabaret again.
I
like the parts with Joe Gray, but everything else is bleak, man.
They say, if the only reason I watch Cabaret, Kickstarter, DVD, commentary.
We'll do it. Elizabeth on Twitter wants us to do more commentaries.
Well,
come up off that pocketbook, Elizabeth. And finally, Jackie, we have one more question.
Yeah.
From August Hahn again. We're an hour and 33 minutes into this one.
Who?
August Hahn.
I don't know. Yeah.
Says, lastly, what should we do if we see a robot?
Oh, yeah. You hit that sucker a broom handle, what you do.